This is homemade manicotti. I really hope you enjoy this recipe. Please let me know what you think. Any alterations you make. Thank you, and please subscribe. Have a great night. I have here my basil all picked off the stem. I'm going to push it up into a pile. Kind of roll it on itself as I'm folding them in. And then we're just going to give it a slice through. And we're just going to continue doing that to get a nice dice on it. Whatever I don't use here of this for my manicotti, I'm going to go ahead and dehydrate. So we're going to transfer our basil into our little cup here. I don't need the basil yet. And set that aside. And now we have the parsley de-stemmed. And we're going to do the same thing. Now, if you're going to put spinach in your manicotti, which I've done, you're going to want to chop that up also. I'm not going to put spinach in it this time, because if I bought a bag of spinach, I would want to wait until I plant patty. I like to be as thrifty as possible. We have our parsley all chopped. I'm going to come back with our other ingredients, and we are going to assemble the filling for our manicotti shells. So we are going to put together our manicotti filling. We need 2.5 cups of ricotta cheese. Two. We're going to put it right in our mixing bowl. And we need another 1/2 cup. There we go. And we need a 1/2 cup of sour cream. You want to make sure it's full fat sour cream. Same with your ricotta. I'm going to just give it a little stir here because, I don't know, milk and cheese products tend to separate. Okay, so we need a 1/2 cup. Hey, stop rubbing on that. Stop. Cat's rubbing on the stand for the camera. Stop it. Sorry about the shaking. So that goes in the pool. We need 2 tablespoons of fresh basil. 1 and 2. In addition, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. 1 and 2. We need 1.5 cups of mozzarella. Cups, and that goes in. There's cheese still in the container, or in the measuring cup. 1 second. Oh, yes. We need a 1/3 cup of Parmesan. There we go. More. Oh, just a bit more. Now we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. I'm going to do it over my measuring glass so I don't make a mess on my counter and like overfill like that. I don't get it all over salt my cheese filling. Now I also need in here eggs. Minimum 1 egg up to 2 eggs. I'm going to start with 1 egg and see if I need to add the second one. I know I already have them. I'm just going to go ahead and add both. I'm trying to fart with separating them. Not interested. We're just going to give it a good stir. Combine all of our ingredients. Look how good that looks. delicious. So we're going to set up our noodles and start filling them. So our oven is heating up to 350. You can take a can or a heavy glass, take your piping bag, set it down in it, and then wrap it around the sides. And you're going to put your filling in your piping bag. As you go, you can start standing your bag up so that it fills down in there. You don't want to fill it all the way to the top, as you see I have a small piping bag. You need to be able to gather the bag and twist it so that you have something to hold on. So I'm not going to fill it beyond this point. Set that aside so you can add more. Now in your casserole pan, you want to add some of your sauce. This is our sauce we made earlier. You need to add a layer on the bottom and spread it out. So we want to make sure our manicotti is covered with sauce, like so. More. There we go. And we come back over here to fill our noodles. Now I have partially cooked these, but as you can see they're still hard. You can use raw. It doesn't matter because they're going to cook in that sauce. As long as you have enough sauce to completely coat them. Ooh. I'm coming out my bag. So I want to, I need another set of hands. Can you come over here? Hold this up so it don't spill out. Nope, don't squeeze it because you'll pinch it out. Okay, thank you. So you're going to place it in there and you're going to squeeze to fill. And you back up your bag as you go so that the whole thing fills. There we go. Whoops. Squirted out that end. Messy. Anyhow, we're going to place our manicotti noodles in our pan in the sauce. Definitely messy, messy, messy. I'm going to go ahead and set this down so that it stays in the pan and not falling out on my countertop. Messy. Probably could have got away with one egg, but that's fine. This shell is partly broken. This is one of the broken shells I had. Which is fine. Just hold it together. You can have a plate to set this on, or piping bag if you prefer. But what I'm doing is setting them in my pan and filling the noodle while it's in there so that it doesn't spill out everywhere. So I'm gonna put it in the shell, like so. Set it down, squeeze it, and when I start to see it on the opposite end, I'm going to back up my back up my piping bag slowly and filling as I come out until I can see it a little bit. And I'm going to continue that process till I have them all complete. And I have 2 racks, so what I will do is place a layer of sauce, then the additional. We have the first set of noodles filled, so we're going to go ahead and add more sauce over top of these noodles. Spread it out nicely. Make sure, especially if you have raw noodles and you didn't partially cook them. I mean, even if they are partially cooked, they're not fully cooked. Make sure you get every part of your noodle covered so that you don't have undercooked noodles. The sauce is what's going to cook the noodles. A nice layer of sauce, and then we're going to repeat with the next layer of manicotti noodles. We have our manicotti here all stuffed. I am going to, ooh, that was hot. Add another layer of sauce on top. Make sure they're completely covered. And as I said, I got my oven heating to 350 degrees. We're going to cook this 15 to 20 minutes until it's nice and soft and bubbly. I say soft and bubbly because we're going to add a little more cheese on top. This is cheese lover's dinner right here. And as you see, our sauce is just enough for 1 recipe of manicotti. 10 shells. We're going to leave this uncovered. And on top we're going to put a smidge of cheese, depending on how much you prefer. We're going to add mozzarella and a little bit of parm. So once this 25-30 minutes, cheese will be soft and bubbly, maybe a little golden brown, depending on how you like the cheese done. Now we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan. Boom. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed watching. Please let me know. Like and subscribe. Have a nice evening. So this is homemade manicotti with homemade marinara sauce. Smells delicious. Tastes delicious. I really hope you like this recipe. Let me know what you think. Have a great night.